Yes, thank you. Shall we start? Madam, I think கொஞ்சம் bend பண்ணணும் அது. வேதாந்தத்துக்கு bend பண்ணணும். Okay. Sahanavavatu sahanau brahmatu sahavisham bhagavahai tejasvinavadi tamasuma viddeshavahai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Hari Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Reva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vasudeva Sutam Devan Kamsajanuramandanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. அன்னைக்கு என்ன வீரு தரம் வீரா என்ன வீரமா சின்ன தீர் தீர் அன்னைக்கு நான் சொன்னேன் கடைசி சென்டென்ஸ் இன்னைக்கு முதல் சென்டென்ஸ் இன்னும் எதையுமே கவலைப்படாதீங்க be obsessed with Gurudev and mission you will get everything is the truth and truth and truth just be obsessed because இவ்வளவு படிச்சு அந்த குரு obsession மிஷன் ஒர்க் ஒப்சஷன் அது இல்லைன்னா வேலைக்காகாது அது இருந்தா இதெல்லாம் தேவை புரியுதுங்களா ஏன்னா முதலே சொல்லிடுறேன் so that you should get the benefit குரு ஒப்சஷன் இருந்தால் மற்றதெல்லாம் தானா வந்துடும் குரு கீதையிலேயே ஒரு போயம் இருக்கு கடவுள் கோவிச்சுட்டா குரு காம்ப்ரமைஸ் பண்ணுவாரு குரு கோவிச்சுட்டா யாரு காம்ப்ரமைஸ் பண்ணுவார் குரு கோச்சிக்க மாட்டா குரு நீ இக்னோர் பண்ணேன்னா அப்புறம் உன் கதி என்ன அவரு கோச்சிக்க மாட்டார் அவரை நீ இக்னோர் பண்ணியானா பாவம் அவர் காத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்காரு this another false statement we don't get good students it's a false statement a good teacher doesn't get good students நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அதுதான் இது டீச்சர்ஸ் எங்க கிடைக்கிறாங்கன்றது தப்பு அதுவும் இந்த ரூம்ல இருக்கிறவங்க ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் டீச்சர் தான் அதனால தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ நாட் வேலிட் ஸோ இந்த அதுக்கு மேல ஒண்ணு சொல்றேன் ஏன்னா நான் சொல்றதெல்லாம் I am going through in my life from the 17th year a mill every day including to now அதனால என்னுடைய அனுபவங்கள் தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்றேன் குரு மேல பக்தி குரு நம்பிக்கிட்டு குருவை காலை பிடிச்சிக்கலாம் உனக்கு இதெல்லாம் தானா போகும் worst வந்தா கூட அவ என்ன worst is only your own labeling what worst can be there when Guru is in you God is in you what worst can be there when Guru is in you God is in you what worst can be there whatever worst you are thinking is going is not worth for you to hold on don't hold on to anything that goes போறது போகட்டும் சான்ஸ்கிரிட்ல இந்த அம்மா கிட்ட சான்ஸ்கிரிட் பேசினா பயம் சான்ஸ்கிரிட்ல ஒரு பழமொழி இருக்கு ஆகத்தே ஸ்வாகதம் குர்யாத் கச்சந்தம் ந நிவாரயேத் ஆகத்தே ஸ்வாகதம் பிரியாத். ஆகத்தே அண்ணா என்ன சந்தோஷமா, துக்கம் வரச்ச கூட ஆண்டவா உனக்கு என் மேல எவ்வளவு கருணை, எனக்கு இப்படி ட்ரைனிங் எல்லாம் தர்றிய நீ, உண்மை எனக்கு இப்படியெல்லாம் ட்ரைனிங் தர்றிய, ஹவு மச் யூ ஆர் அட்டெண்டிங் ஆன் மீ, தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்யூ. எப்போ
Sir, I can't understand now.
No problem.
I can't understand Tamil, please. I can't understand Tamil.
Santosh aunty, she's telling I can't understand Tamil English.
Oh yeah. Sorry ma. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Right. Okay. So when the guru is in you, the teacher is in you, God is in you. Even when you don't recognize them, even when you don't acknowledge their role in you, even when you are not grateful to them, even when you don't follow their teachings, they are in you, they never leave you. That is the truth. All that you need for your comfort is just to know that. You don't have to worry about problems, solving, mind, peace, nothing. Mind will be like that. What is the point in expecting mind to be quiet? That's not a mind. Mind will not be quiet. It's not meant to be quiet. If it is quiet, you won't evolve. If it is quiet, you won't evolve. Mind has to be agitated so that you try to get out of that. That's called evolution. So, all these various texts that we do are all only to reinforce this faith on you, that God is, Guru is, they are in you, they never leave you, nothing matters. Doesn't mean when I say nothing matters, you don't worry. I have got Nobel laureate in worrying. Right? Doesn't matter. But even when I worry, I know my Lord is there, my God is there, my Guru is there. Not that my worries will go, but I know they are there. And when they are there, I have no problem. You understand? That's the importance of this teaching. To know the Guru, to depend on the Guru, to hold on to him. And more what? Spread this message. Not that you will improve the world. Does God need you? Does God need you to improve the world? He cannot do, and he needs you? No. That's the only way you can get out of this obsession with the ego. Right now we are obsessed with the ego. It has to be diluted. The way to dilute that ego is to do his service, to see him everywhere, to do his service, to see him everywhere. सुख में भी राम है, दुख में भी राम है, राम ही राम है. That's why some people drown in rum and float in rum. அவங்க ராமுக்கு கால் எடுத்துட்டாங்க. Okay. This is all important. Why I'm telling is, don't expect I will do Kathopanishad, finish Kathopanishad, something will happen. Nothing will happen if you don't understand what I said. If you understand what I said, that's enough. Nothing will happen if Kathopanishad is over. Kathopanishad is over what? 11 Upanishads are there. That is over what? Then minor Upanishads, 108 are there. That's also over what? Then Brahma Sutras are there. That's also over what? Then Vartikas are there. எங்க முடியுது? தேவையா இதெல்லாம்? குருதேவ் தான் ரொம்ப பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா சொல்வார். Nobody can guide you like that. Because a lot of people have a opinion that you must master You must know Bhashyas, otherwise you won't get the knowledge. Gurudev simple keparu. Bhashya padicha, if you study Bhashya, then only if you get knowledge. Shankara could have not got the knowledge because he has not read Bhashya. He has not read Bhashya. So he could have not got the knowledge. Similarly, we will say, if you are only a Christian, you will get emancipation. You will say, then Jesus could have not got emancipation because he was a Jew. Pretty like this, who can make you understand? Only that God can make you understand. Swami Chinmayanandaji Maharaj. God came in that form. Do not worry, many of you are not matties there in every second, in you, behind your thoughts. Do Guru Upasana, you don't need anything else. Okay. So that is what Kathopanishad also. It is the Guru that takes you beyond sorrow and death. Beyond sorrow and death. By doing what? By making you understand that sorrow and death are not to go beyond, to recognize they themselves are illusions. Sorrow and death are illusions. And one thing, please understand this particular thing very clearly. Do manana. Why are we not wanting to die? Why? When a man is fed up with the world, when he feels there is absolutely nothing in this world that can make him happy, he is so completely fed up, he will not live. He will end his life. So you and I want to live because we have some values, some desires. It's our desires that come in the form of fear of death and sorrow. You don't have desire, absolutely no problem. You would like to live. You would like to live. So how do you then get out of this death? Exhaust desires. How? Exhaust vasanas. How? Know their shallowness. How? Know the dimension of God. How? Know your own dimension. If you know your own dimension, you know the whole world is in you. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. You have no value for the world. When you have no value for the world, your vasanas cannot affect you. You can't have desires. What difference does it make? You are in this clumsy, filthy body or out of it. Have you seen when people come to this world, they cry. When they leave, almost every dead body, there will be a smile because they have seen the other side. When they are leaving this body, they are seeing the other side. Ayyo, I was afraid of this. It's so beautiful. I was afraid of this. It's so beautiful. They are willing to die. Gurudev says here also, people are afraid of Yama. You know who is Yama? Most loving Lord, taking you to the next step of evolution. In Swami Mitranandaji's sentence, he has gone to the next level of consciousness. It's a lovely sentence from Mitranandaji. He has gone to the next level of consciousness. That's what Yamadharmaraj says. But it's portrayed that he punishes Narakas and all. That's also true. How both can be true? Because you need that experience to cleanse yourself and go up. You have to cleanse yourself. So he takes you down, purifies you, then brings you up. So who is he? Your personal guide, personal master, most loving Lord, and we are afraid of him. That's because of ignorance. That's because of ignorance. That's why in Kathopanishad it will come. Death is chutney of life. You know? You don't like to eat just like that. You need chutney. Death is the pickle of life. It comes there in Kathopanishad for an enlightened man. How will you get enlightened? Next question. First, know you are in a miserable condition with this body and all these troubles. You must read, when you read newspaper, TV, you must be able to see that the people who think you think they are in there, you have such a value, are most miserable people. If you read it, you will know. Most miserable people. You want that? Or you want Sura Mandala Tarumula Nivasaha, Shaya Bhutala Majanam Vasaha, Sarva Parigraha Bhogas Tyagaha, Kasya Sukham Nakaroti Viraga. Kaupina Vantakkalu Bhagyavantah. The one who has only a lion cloth, oh, what to talk about his fortune. And you also know this fact that whom God loves, he takes away one by one of your possessions and attachment. And that because of your obsession with that, it's painful. Because of your obsession with that, it's painful. Otherwise, it's most welcome. You can't get rid of it. Bhagavan is doing it for you. Bhagavan is doing it for you. It's truth and truth and truth. 83-year-old man having gone through the mill from the age of 17 is talking to you from his experience. Nothing what I said is from the books. You understand? So if you don't believe this, what are you going to believe? If you believe this, can there be things simpler than this? Because I have never told you, quieten your mind, be peaceful. I never told. Because I am not doing it. How will you do it? Quietening the mind, peace and all, escapisms. Little worried, telephone somebody, talk to them, 5 minutes, gone, another 1 hour, no problem. After that, another thing. Otherwise, put TV, and you see there all the bad news, you feel comfortable. I'm not that bad. Okay. So, how will you go there? You have to know what is there beyond that. What is there beyond that? You have to know. Who can talk to you about that? The one who is beyond that, only one who is beyond death can control all deaths. Yamadharmaraja will teach you. How will I meet him? Become an Achiketas. How will I become an Achiketas? Develop Shraddha. Very, very simple. How will you meet Krishna? Become a gopi. How will you become a gopi? Have unconditional love. Very, very simple. The best of things, the highest of things, even in science, are simple. Even in science, the higher you go, kinetic physics is very simple because it's all Vedanta. It's all Vedanta. Clearly, Max Planck says, this world, he is the father of kinetic physics, and Einstein also, both say, this world, we all believe electron, proton, neutron. Max Planck says, I got for that Nobel Prize, having discovered atom, but I am disillusioned. I got the prize. There is nothing like atom, there is nothing like this. There is something pushing this electron, proton, neutron. They themselves cannot do. Something is pushing. And behind that is something else. It must be consciousness. Max Planck, it must be consciousness. And then what is this world? Consciousness, Gurudev's this thing, plus object, which is an imagination, is thought. This whole world is nothing but thoughts flowing. How can you believe that? Your dreams. Oh, dreams, there is nothing gross. Is it true when you are dreaming, they are not gross? Is it true when you are dreaming, the people that you come across in dream are not gross? While you are dreaming, they are gross. Only on waking up, they are not gross. Now also, we are in the dream of Ishvara, and because in the dream we are all gross, once you wake up there, you know the whole thing is my mind. Mandukya over. Okay. So let us finish off first chapter today. I'm going to finish off. I said everything. First chapter will be over today. I left with 7. But I will chant from the beginning, though 7, so that some clues you may get. Ushan havai vajasravasaha sarva vedasam dadau tasyaha nachaketa nama putra asa tam hakumaram santam dakshinasu niyamanasu shraddha aviveshaha so amanyata pitodaka jagdadruna dugdadoha jitendriyaha anandanamate lokaha tan sagacchati tadadate sahovacha pitaram tata kasmai mam dasyati ditiyam trutiyam tam hovacha mrityave tvam dadamiti bahunamemi pradamah bahunamemi madhyamah kim svidyamasya kartavyam yanmaya adya karishyati. Anupashya yadha purve pratipashya tata apare sasyameva martyaha pachyate sasyameva ajayate punaha vaishwanaraha pravishati atitihi brahmano gruhan tasya etam shantim kurvanti hara vaivasutodakam. Nachiketas goes there. Yama is in a camp. Too many people die in COVID. Right? Too many people died, so he was not there, out of station. Right? 3 nights. And comes back and finds a brahmachari, young brahmachari, a brahmana waiting at his gate. He is nervous. He is nervous. A brahmana, young brahmachari, Atiti, waiting in my house without eating and sleeping 3 nights. Right? And therefore he says to appease him, bring Vaivasvatodakam. He doesn't say. Some books say Yamadharmaraja's guru told him. Yamadharmaraja, guru told him, this boy is waiting here, you have to appease him, ask them to bring Vaivasvatodakam. some books say that is Asarirvani. Right? Anyway, it makes no difference because nothing of this is real. There is no Yama sitting there. You understand? There is nobody meeting there. Then how are things going on? You yourself tell, so they are all principles working. God doesn't need physical forms. The principle of Yama is there. The principle of Swarga Naraka are there. But it's not that as you think. There is a geographical area, somebody is sitting there. God himself does different roles. He himself does different roles. Right? So therefore, a difference here, a difference there in text or explaining, do not worry. Just catch what is the substance of it. For all your info, because you are teachers, somebody may corner you when you do a mistake. I am giving you some clues. In Bhagavata, minimum 2 places I can give you. Sri Vasha contradicting himself. There is one place where Bhagavata contradicts Ramayana. All that I will tell you that's not important. When somebody asks you, you quote this. Right? Huh?
Also say that it's not important.
Yep.
If somebody asks, tell them everything and also say it's not important.
You see, it's just to carry a message. Right? You don't go into that. Gurudev here itself condemns such people. He says shallow people. Or even worse, he says. Right? He says in the commentary itself. Right? See, in Bhagavata, because you should know this as teachers, in one place, he says he killed Panchajan and brought out Sandip, his student. In another place, he says he killed him, he didn't find him there, then he went to Yama and brought him. To contradiction. In one place, it says, Varaha, Matsya Avatara, killed the Hayagriva Rakshasa. You see, this is very dangerous. Here, Hayagriva is Rakshasa. In another context, Hayagriva is Vishnu. Even if there are contradictions, cannot be like this. In one place, he is a Rakshasa, another place is a Vishnu. Hayagriva, Matsya kills the Hayagriva Rakshasa, one place. In another place, this is most popular. Hayagriva kills Madhukaitava and brings the Vedas. Both are there in Bhagavatam. Right? And Bhagavatam and Ramayanam, when our Anshuman goes there, sees Kapila, right? Sees Kapila, Kapila is not there. It's some Asariri tells him that your all Periyappas, Chittappas are all burnt. You have to bring Ganges in Ramayana. Whereas in Bhagavata, he meets Kapila and Kapila talks. Understand? So therefore, do not unnecessarily waste your energies. Understand, one great man with Guruji was going in the flight. He asked Guruji, what do you do? I preach Gita. Oh, that's what Arjuna taught Krishna. Guruji said, no, Krishna taught Arjuna. He said, what difference does it make? Somebody taught somebody. Somebody taught somebody. You understand? So, when Yamadharmaraja came back, there was a Atidhi Brahmana. He is like a fire. He is like a fire. You have to appease him. Why is like a fire? Because a person like that can remove all your sorrows and death also. He can teach you, a Brahmana. And you upset him, your family will be destroyed. This is true with all energies. Fire can destroy, fire can cook. Electricity can bless you, electricity can take your life out. All energies are like this. Starting with your mind. Your mind can make you God. Your mind can make you dog. It doesn't have to. So, he says, bring the Vaivasata waters.
Water, Udakam.
Emma?
He's asking what does Udakam mean?
Is it?
He's asking who is Vaivashvata?
Vaivasata Udakam. That water is called Vaivasata Udakam. That water is named as Vaivasata Udakam. But actually, it's also derivative of Yamadharmaraja also. Yeah? Emma?
Fatherland. Son is fatherland.
Father.
Vivasva.
Yamadharmaraja is, Guru is telling Yamadharmaraja, this boy is waiting. You have to appease him. Bring Vaivasutodakam, wash his feet, offer Argya. Offer Argya. Padodakam and Argya. Tisro Ratri Yadavasi Gruhe me Anashnan Brahman Atitihi Namasyaha. Namaste Astu Brahman. Swasti me Astu. Tasmat Prati. Treen Varan Runishva. Runishva choose. Treen Varan. Moonu Varangalai. Doesn't mean three. Narayan. Right? Namaste Astu Bhagavan. Moonu Varanga. Tisro Ratri Yada.
Eighth shloka.
Mantra we left out.
Eighth shloka you have left out.
Oh, 8 I must be. Because that is Yamadharmaraja. 8 number is Yamadharmaraja. சொல்லுதல்ல எட்டேகால் லட்சணமே
Nothing.
आशा प्रतीक्षे संगतम सुनुतां च इष्टापूर्ते पुत्र पशूंच सर्वां यत् एतद् रुङ्क्ते पुरुषस्य अल्पमेधसः यस्नन् अनश्नन् वसति ब्रह्मणो गृहे. Why he should be appeased? Because in a house where a brahmana is fasting, has not taken food, anashnan, has not taken food, for he will lose all these. What? Asha. Asha, hope. Pratiksha, expectation. Hope is for something you do not know. My expecting, how I wish. How I wish so and so comes to the class. Right? Asha. Pratiksha. How I wish Gita comes to class. Pratiksha. Right? Asha, something what you do not know. Pratiksha, what you know to expect. Of all this will go. If a Brahmana is staying in your house without taking food. Sangatam, all the good company and all that you gather. Sunrutam, all the various knowledges that you got. Ishtapurtam, there are 2 types of rituals. Ishta and Purtam. Ishta, Putrakamesti, like that, for desire doing yajnayagas. Purtam, digging wells, planting, in history. Exam, this is the simplest. If you know a king is good, what all he did, you write all. Nobody will get bothered. Ashoka dug wells, Ashoka put these trees. That's called Purtam. Ishta Purtam Putra Pashuncha. All your children and cattle, or children the cattle, Sarvan, all will be lost. Yetad Vrungte, they are all cut off from you. Purushasya Alpamedasa. Why? Because this man is short-sighted. He doesn't know what he is losing by not attending on such a Brahmana. It's true even today in the world, where intellectuals, where good people are ignored, that country, that world cannot flourish. Where intellectuals, where good people are ignored, that country cannot flourish. Yasya anashnan vasati brahmano gruhe. Tisro ratri yadavasime. You stayed in my house 3 nights without taking any food. Anashnan. Brahman atitihi namasyaha. I salute you. Namaste astu Bhagavan. Please take my namaskars. Swasti me astu. Let good befall me. Tasmat. Therefore, as a compensation, 3 varan runishwa. You ask me 3 boons because 3 nights you stayed. What is this 3 nights? When do you meet a guru? First to body, first to mind, first to intellect. That's 3 nights. First to present, first to future, first to past, first to past, first to present, first to future. That is 3 nights. Then only you will meet Guru. Right? Tasmat, right. The first vara I asked. Shanta sankalpaha sumanayata vitamanyuhu gautamaha ma abhimrityoho tat prasrushtam ma abhivadeta prakita yetat trayanam pratam vare prune. Most, if there are, you are a management teacher, a trainer, most of you should know how to ask one boon. He says, when you leave me, my father should recognize me, should not get nervous that some bhuta is coming because I'm dead. My father should not get nervous. He should recognize me. He should be peaceful till I go also. And after I go also, he should not be angry also. Why did you come back? Poche nanchine. Why did you come back? He should be peaceful. Right? He should recognize me. Right? When you leave me, that means what? Is it one bone? He said, you leave me. You leave me. Then my father should do all this. It's not one bone. That's a Brahmana. Right. There is something to explain there. I will finish the 2 boons before I enter the 3rd. I will explain. If I forget, you have to remind. Yatha purastad bhavita pratita audalikihi arunihi mat prasustaha sukham ratri shaita vitamanyuhu tvam dadrushyavan mrityu mukhat pramuktam. Mrityu mukhat, from the jaws of death, pramuktam, left, liberated. Your father will receive you happily. Till you go also, he will sleep peacefully. Because that's my blessing, right? He will sleep peacefully. When you go, he will receive you happily and peacefully. First boon granted. Right? And you see different names. Vajasravadha we read. Arune we read. Audalika we read. Gautama we read. For one man. But because with different associations, you get different names. You see, you never, this thing also, contacts also. Some place it will be Radha Narayan. Some place it will be Radha Anand. Right? அப்புறம் என்னன்னு கேட்டா அனந்த நாராயணன். Second, स्वर्गे लोके न भयं किंचित नास्ति न तत्रत्वं न जरया विभेति उभे तीर्त्वा अशनया पिपासे शोकादिगो मोतदे स्वर्गलोके. எவ்வளவு தைரியம் பாருங்க. 5 வயசு பையன் யமதர்மராஜா பார்த்து சொர்க்கலோகம் வேணும்யா, ஏன் நீ இல்ல அங்க, அங்க நீ இல்ல, அது போறோம், அங்க நீ இல்ல சொல்றாரு. ந தத்வம், அங்க நீ இல்ல, ந தத்வம், ந ஜரயா விவேக், நாட் ஓல்ட் ஏஜ், நாட் ஓல்ட் ஏஜ், உபே தீர்த்வா, ரெண்டும் போயிடும். அந்த ரெண்டும் போயிடுறதுக்கு பாருங்க, அதுதான் சான்ஸ்கிரிட் பியூட்டி. முதல்ல சொன்ன டெத்தும் ஓல்டேஜ் போயிடும், அப்புறம் இதோட சேர்க்கிறார், ரெண்டும் போயிடும். எது? அசனா பிபாசா, ஹங்கர் அண்ட் தர்ஸ்ட், அதுவும் இல்லைங்க. ஏமா ஓகே, ஹங்கர் and sorry, hunger and thirst and death and old age, all are not there in Swarga. Majority of the people are in such hell. They are going through hell in the world, thinking that is heaven. Right? Thinking that is heaven. Those people, poor fellows, need some solace, some comfort, some relief. So please, for their sake, give a way where they are not afraid of you, where they are free from death, where they are free from the struggles of old age. Struggles of old age, not for that man, for the others around. Right? Right? Please give them something. And that is a ritual. That's a ritual he is asking. Right? What is the ritual that Isa with Yusa? If rituals done alone, you will go to Pitraloka. Means what? If rituals are done without understanding of the imports, not meditating, you will maintain tradition, continuity of the family traditions will be maintained. That's called Pitraloka. Continuous, this thing, traditions will be maintained. That's called Pitraloka. If you do that and meditate, by doing that you are purified. By meditating, you get knowledge. Still, it will not be straight going there like Chinmaya Mission people. It's krama mukti, gradual liberation, because you are depending on some action. It's a gradual liberation, krama mukti. If you do the ritual plus upasana, devata upasana, to that devata you go. Each devata you go. So here, if you do a particular thing, then you go to that Swarga and all that. What is Swarga? There is one interesting word for Swarga. Nakam. Nakam means what? There is no sorrow. Kam is happiness. Akam is no happiness. Nakam is no sorrow. There is nothing positive there. For what? Enlightened man. Others can give positive. Ramba, Urvasi, Manaka, black label, red label. Ella irukanga. Ella beauty therimo. This man goes there. In the Bhuloka, it is 1,000 years. There, he goes on seeing what all is there. He saw red label, black label, and all that, and then saw Urvasi, Manaka, and all that. He saw every room finished. And he was pushed down by the time he saw, because the time is over. In 1,000 years, there it is only 1 minute. It's over, he pushed down. Right? So he says, please give that anyway, because some people, let them have some relief. Because when you do these things, your mind, at least relatively, comes out of the ego, because you are doing for a cause. You are doing for a cause. You are believing in God. So ego, even if it doesn't go, diluted. So gradually doing punya you acquire. Then with the punya, you come across Chinmaya Mission. Then you come across various things, right? and then you get liberated. That's called Krama Mukti. Krama Mukti need not mean you go to Swarga, then you go to Brahmaloka, then from Brahmaloka you go, need not mean. Gradual liberation, that is, some people, I had this experience. One girl who came to Kavita's house for class called me Guruji. I said, don't call me Guruji. And then, as a joke, I said, if any time in my class you get some experience, then you call me Guruji. First class, she said, I got it today. What will you tell? You understand? So that's called Sadhya Mukti or Jivan Mukti. All of others, we are gradually coming out of that. So it's called Krama Mukti. Gradually, one by one. But even in us, we could have got that insight. Liberation is over. But vasanas go on thinking. Vasanas will drop one by one. Even if they don't drop, once you got that insight, after this death, you won't come back. That is where the understanding is clear, no doubts. There are no doubts, clear. But vasanas are there, he won't come back. But that is, 5 states now. Pitruloka, Swargaloka, Krama Mukti, then Jivan Mukti, completely free. Jivan Mukti, he got a vision, but some vasanas are there, right? Like this, there are different states. So what do you do when vasanas are there? You got the insight. The symbol, say vasanas, I have nothing to do. Vasanas, I have nothing to do. Very simple. Right? Tattvam agnim swargyam adhyeshi mrityo prabruhi tam sraddhadanaya mahyam swarge loka amritatvam bhajante etad dvitiyena prune varena. In Swargaloka, people enjoy immortality. This is my second boon for the others. This immortality is relative immortality because their long time they live. It's a relative immortality, not friends immortality. Right? Gita joke, relative immortality, whereas absolute immortality, whereas she is worried, what is friends immortality? Gita will never be worried. She has passed all the CAs and ACs all at first attempt. Brilliant. எப்படி brilliant ன்னு சொல்றீங்க? இந்த ரூமுக்கு வரவங்க எல்லாம் brilliant தான், otherwise they don't come. Prate bravimi tadume niboda swargamagnim nachaketa prajanan anantalokaapti matho pratistam viddhitvametam nihitam guhayam. I taught you this. You know, where is this Agni? Where is this ritual? Please understand. I taught you this. Where is this ritual? Where is this Agni? It's in your own heart. Means what? All upasanas, external upasanas, are symbolic of the factors in you. External upasanas are symbolic of factors in you. So a man, an intelligent man need not do external rituals. The same rituals can be done internally also. But don't criticize people who are doing externally. Never criticize anybody. They're all in different. What happens to a Nobel laureate in English? Criticizes somebody in LKG in corporation school for his English. Who is stupid? The Nobel laureate man is stupid. So do not criticize anybody. Everybody is growing. You were there earlier. You were there. Lokadyamagnim tamoacha tasmai ya istaka yavatirva yathava sa chapi tat pratyavadat yadhoktam adhasya mrityuhu punareva tuttaha. That is, he told him how many bricks, how to place them, all those details he gave, and our dear Nachiketa repeated all that. Yamadarmaja thrilled. Ayyo! What a student I got. It's not like Helmo. What a student I got. He repeated it. So he said extra boons, bonus boons. Next. Right? Tamabravit priyamano mahatma varam tavehadya dadame bhuyaha taveva namna bhavitaya magnehi srunkam cham anek rupam grahana. Nachiketas, I am so happy with you. This, what you asked from now onwards, this ritual is not created. It is there from old time. But now onwards, it will be called Nachiketa Agni. From now onwards, the name will be changed. What happened to Allahabad? Prayagraja. From now on, you understand? After 40 years, if Congress is there, they will change it to Nehru Raj. You understand? This goes on changing. Similarly, he said from now onwards, the name will be Nachiketa Agni. And then what? Take this chain. He is so happy, gives him chain. For whom? You will see at the 26th stanza. This man says, because when he asked the third boon to avoid that, he says, I will give you whatever you want. Do you want designer made cars, 1,000 cars? Do you want 5,000, past, present, future, Miss Universe, and the universe that missed her? Right? You want all that? You want dancing girls? You want this? He says, you keep all that, you need it. He says, exactly, you keep all that, you need it. And such a boy, he says, I will give you a chain. Chain means not that. You ask for this boon, this itself is a chain, binds. This ritual, this Swarga, it itself is a bondage. Like that, because you are so good, I will give you 1,000 more bondages. Srunka, a chain of things I will give. Because that's easy for me. That is easy for me. And also Srunka means path also is there. Shankara says it's a path. Trinachiketam Tribiretya Sandhim Trikarma Krut Tarati Janma Mrityuhu Brahmajagnam Devamediam Viditva Nichaya Mam Shantim Atyantam Yeti. This Nachiketas is, this Nachiketa Agni is threefold. What are all they? Adhyena, Anusthana,
The three Nachiketas.
Okay. Sorry. In the, tuning to Matru, Pitru, Acharya. 3. Tuning to 3. Mata, Pita, Acharya. And using 3. Mantra, Havish, Agni. Veda, Purusha, Shishta. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Agama, 3 means of knowledge. Using all these, tuned to them. This threefold fire of Nachiketas. This threefold of Nachiketas, once anybody do, he will go beyond that. And Atyanta Shantim Apnoti, he will get eternal peace. But all this is relative. Why? Simple formula you remember. It's born out of karma. Karma is finite. Finite cannot give you infinite. Finite cannot give you infinite. So it's a relative immortality. நம்ம கூட சொல்லலையா, யாராவது போயிட்டு உடனே சொல்றோம் வைகுண்டத்துக்கு போயிட்டார், சிவலோக பிராப்திக்கு போயிட்டார். இவங்களுக்கு எப்படி தெரியும் அவர் எங்க போனாரு? But that's the way, right? Brahma Yagnam, that Yagna itself is called Brahma Yagna because it has come from Brahmaji Vedas. Brahmaji is Vedas. Born from Brahman, Hiranyagarbha, Brahman, all the same. Yamadharmaraja also is a Hiranyagarbha. Right? Trinachiketaha Trayametad Viditva Evam Vidwan Chinute Nachiketam Samrutyu Pashat Purataha Pranodya Shokatigo Modate Swargaloke. He goes beyond all this and enjoys in the Swargaloka. There's one thing there. I told you earlier, that's there. Nichaya, meditating. That is only if you do the ritual, you will only maintain tradition. Do the ritual and meditate, Nichaya. Then only you go to Brahmaloka, Kramamukti. Do the ritual and meditate. Then you go to Kramamukti. Isavasya. Trinachiketas Trayameva Viditva Saevam Vidwan Chinute Nachiketam Samrutyu Pashat Purataha Pranodya Shokadigo Modate Swargaloke. And then that's over. 2 boons. 2 boons. Now I read one more and then tell you. I told you something I have to tell. That I will tell you. Yesha Tegnihi Nachiketaha Swargyo Yam Runita Dvitiyena Varena Yetamagnim Tavaiva Pravachyanti Janasaha Trutiyam Varam Nachiketo Runisha. These 2 boons I have given you whatever you asked. So now ask the 3rd boon. Ask the 3rd boon. Right? Kanak vachirkar. Kanak theriyum. Yamadharmaraja. Or the calculator vachirkar. Chitragupta. Right? Yayam prete vichikitsa manushe asti iti cha eke na ayam asti iti cha eke getad vidyam anusistaha tvaya aham varamayesha varaspritiyaha. Yamadharmaraja, my 3rd boon is this. Some people say there is life after death. Some people say there is nothing. Yayam prete. Prete means இலிருந்து வந்தது ரூட் என்னமா யாவா பிரேதா இது ஸ்பிளிட் பண்ணுங்க பிரகேஷேனா ஈ டு கச் இல்லையா ஈ டு கச்சி அதுல இருந்து ஏத்தான்னா போனோமே பிரேதான்னா பர்மனண்டா போனோமே அதாவப்பட்டது டியூஸ்டே வரும் டியூஸ்டே போறோம் டியூஸ்டே வரும் டியூஸ்டே போறோம் ஒரு நாள் வந்து மெசேஜ் மட்டும் வந்ததுன்னா பிரேதே ரைட் அதுதான் பிரேத்தமான பேரு அதுவும் ஒரு ரிலேட்டிவ் தான் பர்மனண்டா எங்க போறது அதையும் ரிலேட்டிவ் தான் பிரேத்தம் பிரேத்தம்னு சொல்லலையா நம்ம அதான் பிரேதே போயிட்ட பிறகு some people say there is something after death, some people say there is nothing. Please teach me. இங்க என்ன கேட்கணும்னா டெத்துக்கு அப்புறம் இருக்குதா இல்லையான்னு நச்சிகேதஸ் கேட்கணுமா அவர் தான் டெத்துக்கு அப்புறம் தானே வந்து யமதர்மராஜா பாக்குறாரு இந்த கேள்வி எதுக்கு கேட்கணும் he has come there face to face with Yamadharmaraja after death, so there is no need to ask whether there is something beyond death, because you see, not only that, even tribals who had no connection with the world here, tribals were cut off from all the world. They have rituals for the dead. Even Western countries, Mexico, they have rituals for the dead. That means they believe there is continuity. Otherwise, why rituals after death? So why do you need Kathopanishad for this? Why do you need Yamadharmaraja for this? Everybody knows. No, Nachiketa's question is not that. I know after that physical death, there is, I have come here, but this is not free from death. There also death, here also death. There also death, Here also there, in and through there is ego. There was ego, here is ego. So I want to know, is there something beyond ego? That is the implication of that. Is there something beyond ego? Because ego is death. Ego is death. What is ego? Aham karaha. Aham is good. Aham akaraha. Aham akaraha is ahankaraha. That is death. When I think I am the body, I am dead. When I think I am the body, I am dead. So ego is death. So he is asking, is there something beyond ego, beyond the phenomena of birth and death? Beyond the phenomena of birth and death, beyond ego, beyond the phenomena of change, is there something? How do you say, sir? Is it your interpretation? No. Second time he will ask the question. At that time it is very clear. He makes it because Yamadharmaraja probably didn't understand what I said. Nachiketa's things. Yamadharmaraja didn't understand. So he clarifies his doubt. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Anyatra bhutacha, bhavyacha. Krutacha, akrutacha. Beyond cause and effect. Beyond past and future. Beyond dharma, adharma. That is beyond the change, beyond the duality. Is there something? This question is repeated in 2:14. Right? Only to clarify. This is what he meant. So what is he asking? In effect, Brahmagnana. In effect, Brahmagnana, beyond the ego. Now Yamadharmaraja tempts him with so many things to avoid this, because only the fittest and the best come. One arrogant man also put recently in the group, people only God alone come. God also don't come. You understand? There was an arrogant man who put in the group recently. She's thinking because she never reads. Because she knows the fellow is useless. Okay. So, Yamadharmaraja also, how will he give when the third-rate fellows, Pachapaskaya students tell them? How will Yamadharmaraja give this Brahma Gnana just like that? Testing. Yamadharmaraja has to test. Yes, Yamadharmaraja is not absolute. He is also relative. He has to test, number one. Number two, it's not merely testing, he's giving him the qualifications. He's training him to be fit to receive. To be fit to receive. It's not merely testing. That's why all the time when people say, this I've been doing for 50 years. When people say, God is testing us, I said, why should he test you? He knows you. He's training you. He is training. You understand? There's no need for him to test. So, Yamadharmaraja tries to avoid and give various things. And now I said, what is the thing? Everything you cannot miss. First class, second class, fifth class, and say, I want to go to IIT because then only I can go to US. You have to go through all this. Hungry man, can he come to class? Body has to be taken care. Emotionally disturbed, can he come to class? Even if he comes to class, is he here? He's thinking of the glass. So, body has to be satisfied. Emotions have to be satisfied. Intellectual curiosity has to be satisfied to go to spirituality. So also, you have duties to the family, to the society. Doing all that only, you become fit for this thing. So, for the family, father should be peaceful, first vara. Society, Nachiketa Agni. Third vara for himself, asking Adhyatma Vidya. You understand? Asking Adhyatma Vidya. So he asked, and Yamadharmaraja does all tricks. Let us see what all tricks he does. Devai ratrapi vichikitsatam pura nahi Suvignem anuresha dharmaha anyambaram nachaketo vrunishva mama uparasit ati ma srujainam uparasit உபதிரவம் பண்ணாதன்னு சொல்றமே அதான். ரொம்ப உபதிரவம் பண்ணாதப்பா அதி சுஜைனம் என்ன விட்டுடு. Really, Yamadharmaraja is asking, please leave me. Do not enforce your what do they say? Specific performance. Specific performance suit podada. You gave me the 3 boons, give me that. Please leave it. Why? What you have asked, even gods do not know. They themselves will doubt this. Oh, I cannot give this. So please leave me. Ask some other boon. Ask some other boon. Let us see what our boy says. Devai ratrapi vichikatsutam kala tam cham mrityo yenna suvigneyam atta vakta chascha twadruganyo na labhyaha na anyo varastulya yedasi. Yamadharmaraja, I appreciate. You are very honest. You said even devas do not know. Deva, that's exactly the reason I'm asking you, because it's very precious. Number 1, it's very precious, even they do not know. Number 2, you are a vakta, you are a great speaker, enlightened man. I got an opportunity to know something what even devas do not know. How will I miss this opportunity? Even what devas don't know, I got a teacher who can tell me that. Why will I leave that? Varanam yeshaha. If you give me, this is only my boon. Otherwise, you say, sorry, I failed at my word. Right? Time and Najma? Is it too much time?
8:10.
Oh, 8 minutes more. So we'll see next week. Not so bad. See, konjam da irukke. Almost first chapter over. We'll see next week. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all. Good nights.
Thank you.
Hari Om, uncle. Thank you.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Thank you, Uncle. Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir. Thank you.
God bless you.